It's a long weekend, I didn't want to spend my entire day off editing, so here I bring you my collection update for the month of August. And first of all, I wanted to thank Moods and the boys from the Vincent podcast because they recently played a clip from my Chinese Torture Chamber review on their show, and honestly, as somebody who was listening to it while doing my dishes, it kind of caught me off guard, especially since I've been a fan of Moods since I started collecting over a decade ago. It's this addiction is not new. And yeah, so thank you guys. If you're coming from that channel, I hope you like it and get ready to see me review a lot of sleazy stuff. Anyways, yes, so I recently went on a trip to Quebec City, and there I stopped at Club Vidéo Centre-Ville, which is a video store that is still functioning as a video store. The basement is insane. They rent pretty much everything. If you can think of a movie, they got it on physical media and you can rent it. But upstairs, they sell a shit ton of movies too, and one that I purchased was an upgrade. You know me, I don't usually like to upgrade too much, but I couldn't, you know, it's just Franco. It's a virgin among the living dead, and I could not resist buying this. In fact, I didn't buy it the first time. Then we went out of the store, me and my friend, and then I was like, yeah, no, fuck it, I'm buying it, which I'm happy I did so, because this comes with an alternative cut that I've never seen before. And for reference, here is my old DVD, my old British DVD, which I don't think I'll get rid of because I really like this cover. Anyways, this DVD is the Christina, Princess of Eroticism cut, which was the original cut Jess Franco intended. But then, whenever this film made it into the North American market, the rights were bought by Wizard Video, and then they introduced clips from a Jean Rollin film, a Jean Rollin zombie film, which the only one I think he did was Zombie Lake. So this film has some footage from another movie, from another one of my favorite European exploitation directors, Jean Rollin, and of course just the fact that this is in HD quality was already a good point for me to upgrade, also completing my Jess Franco Redemption Kino line release, which I'm only missing one film that I bought in this update, but it's not from Kino Redemption because I just wanted to watch the movie, and these are getting harder and harder to come by, so I should probably pick all of them that I have in my Amazon wish list before they completely go out of print and I have to spend what I spent on this for them. So yeah, I should probably pick up my John's Daily Life then. Then some Italian greatness, well hopefully it's great. It is Revenge of the Dead, a film by Pupi Avati that I only know from, funnily enough, from the Moods podcast because they discussed this in 22 Shots of Moods and Horror during their Italian month, my favorite time of the year. And yeah, this film, still haven't seen it. It is from Pupi. Come on, be mature guys. The director of The House with Laughing Windows, which I have on a Shameless DVD. This, by the way, needs a goddamn Blu-ray release in North America because this movie is amazing and this Shameless DVD is a Shameless DVD, so it's not that great. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to see more of his stuff, and I saw this and the price was really reasonable for this one. It's a Code Red release. And yeah, can't wait to watch it. And no, I don't think this is gonna be a fun, trashy zombie film. I think this is gonna be a much more artsy, cerebral type of experience. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see it. Then we get into the DVDs, and we have The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies. Now, as a French-Canadian dude with an accent, that was hard to say. Yeah, I've pretty much come to accept the fact that I will never find that Ray Dennis Steckler Severance set, so if I see his movies on DVD, I should pick them up, because I doubt I'll ever find them on that set, because that set is going for ridiculous amounts of money, and we even have a little picture, oh, that's not the zoom, of the man Ray Dennis Steckler himself. And one other reason that I bought this man, Joe Bob Briggs. Now I've been really getting into some Shudder Joe Bob Briggs recently. I can't catch them live just because Friday nights I'm always busy with hanging out with friends, but I watch some of the replays and I really like that show. And as somebody who didn't grow up with that kind of TV, I don't know why I'm so fascinated with him. Probably because Joe Bob is just an amazing host, and anything he says is just fascinating. But yeah, this comes with an interview with Ray Dennis Steckler, and of course, you know, intro and commentary by Joe Bob Briggs, which I don't think is on the Severin release. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's from a sub-label of Media Blaster, Guilty Pleasures, which this is the first one of that sub-label that I bought. And knowing Media Blaster, who would just create sub-labels for the sake of sub-labels, it's probably the only one they ever released. If not, well, just correct me in the comments. And speaking of Media Blaster and Shriek Show, we got Bill Heinzman Flesh Eater, which I saw today in the Sunday out of print sale on Vinegar Syndrome's website. They were reselling the 4K, and I guess I missed out on it, the first release, and honestly I was just not sure if I would enjoy this movie. I mean, I had a feeling I would, but I wasn't willing to shill out $40 for it, or even more, with that slipcover. So when I found this, I was really happy to find it, because I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while, and yeah, I threw it in, goddamn phone, and it's probably nobody's home, so it's probably just a spam call. God damn it. Who would have guessed that was a spam call? Yes, so Flesh Eater, and I watched this after doing my latest video, which you guys should check out because I don't think YouTube has recommended it to anybody, which was my beer tier list. And after that video, I decided to finish the entire 740 milliliter can of Busch Ice beer. And midway through this movie, I realized, Jesus Christ, I'm way too shit-faced to be watching and paying attention to anything right now. So I kind of stopped the movie, and then did what my drunk ass does usually, which was eat. What did I eat that night? A grilled cheese, I think? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, but the next day, I put it on again and watched it and really enjoyed it. I feel like this is gonna grow on me. It is a trash film. It is very trashy. It is very low budget. The effects are surprisingly amazing, by the way. But you know, it's this very low budget 80s regional horror film that if it wasn't for Bill Heinzman's involvement in it, it would have probably been shot on video. It has that feeling of being a shot on video film without being shot on video, if you catch my drift. Anyways, I really liked it. That was all for Club Vidéo Centre-Ville. Now we're getting into a bargain bin DVD from the UK. So in August, usually I do a lot of jogging every day or every 2 days. I try to jog and do some exercise, and while I do that, I like to throw on a movie. And my autistic fascination this month was Godfrey Ho's ninja movies that are all on Tubi.com. By the way, shout out Tubi, not sponsored. And one of them was Ninja Terminator, which does have a Blu-ray. I don't remember which brand or which boutique label released it, but it does have a Blu-ray. I couldn't find it for under $100, and then my friend Urshel, or Matt maybe, sent me a link for a sale of that Blu-ray on the distribution label's website, and it wasn't $100, it was like 24 USD, which is still a lot. I paid $3 for this, and I have 4 movies, including another Godfrey Ho ninja movie, which, as I've said before, is my autistic fascination for this month, so I'm super happy with that. And then out of nowhere, we have a goddamn movie with Chuck Norris and Patrick Swayze called Death Ring, don't know what that is, and then even more randomly, a goddamn Abel Ferrara movie from the 90s. We got The Gladiator. I don't fucking know what that movie is. I know who Abel Ferrara is, I've seen some of his movies, and of course it comes with on 2 flip discs. Yeah, this is a garbage like Walmart bargain bin Blu-ray DVD, but this person paid 99.99 pence, which translate to roughly about like $1.75 Canadian, so I paid pretty much the same price as the person who bought it before me, so that's good. Then I went on Facebook Marketplace, which you can find a lot of good things on there, especially like movie selling groups, and there's one Canadian, and then I found a guy to buy a specific movie Then he was like, oh, if you need anything else, just let me know. And then I sent him a list of movies I was searching for, and he answered me. But the reason why I hit him up was for fucking Shrek, boys. We got Shrek. No, not that stupid onion-smelling ogre, but the real Shrek, the OG Shrek, the shot-on-video Shrek from the 90s, 1990, from our goddamn fearing American director, what's his goddamn name? Carl Denham. Yeah, I don't know what this movie is. Matt from Sick on Cinema bought it at FrankenCon, and I was kind of jealous. So when I found this on Facebook Marketplace, I was like, God damn! 3 horror movie obsessives dream up a seance to bring Max Shrek back from the dead. Unfortunately, their improvised plan actually works, and Shrek returns to wreak murderous havoc in our time and in his... In our time and in his... The sentence just ends. Look, English is not my first language, but is that normal? Is that a way to... Oh, in his time. Oh, okay, I'm not that stupid, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think Shrek is like this SS soldier, and they bring back an SS soldier, and he wreaks havoc. Yeah, this looks... put out by TerrorVision, shot on video, 90s. I had to have it. I love my 90s shot on video garbage, and my light is gonna die probably pretty soon, so I'm gonna switch it out and continue with some more Jess Franco. You know, some people follow the religion of Christianity, Islam. I follow the religion of Jess Franco because I bought a lot of his stuff this month. I'm up to 64 or 65 of his movies on physical media. That's insane. Just like me, haha. Anyways, The Demons. This is from the mid-70s, 75. No, 72. Early 70s. That was a great time for Jess Franco, as he got a lot of artistic freedom, and the movies that came out from, you know, the early 70s to the late 70s that he made were bonkers, artsy, beautiful to look at, great cinematography, and of course lots and lots of sleaze, which is the reason why we're all here as Jess Franco fans. Yeah, extended, uncut, 118-minute French version. That's a long fucking movie. And of course a 88-minute English export. I don't know how they cut out over 40 minutes from this movie, but I'm sure it made for a great cinematic experience. So yeah, I can't show you the back, I just really love this cover. It is truly beautiful, and this is the one I was talking about earlier that got released by Redemption Kinos back in the days, but I don't have it, and it's going for crazy money right now, especially because I feel like Jess Franco is at his peak of like popularity. He's still really not popular. He's still a figure in the community that a lot of people despise, even though they've only watched like one of his movies, probably the cannibal one, and they're like, this is bad. Well, of course it is. Even Jess Franco was like, yeah, this is bad. I did it for the money, the moolah, the cash money, the bag, the paper, the bread. Yes, but anyways, this was from a different era, and I'm pretty excited to see this. It's a nunsploitation film, which I already am curious about. I don't think I'd call myself a nunsploitation fan. I'm more of a nunsploitation curious guy. I like the Japanese ones, and I like some Italian ones, and I like Love Letters of a Portuguese Nun from Franco. Yay, I got Enigma, which I've seen before. I watched this on Tubi back in the day, but I'm really excited to finally own it because oh, Jesus Christ. Lucio Fulci is my second favorite director of all time, and I'm only a few of his releases away from completing his horror and horror adjacent or genre adjacent filmography. I don't really care for his comedies. Not much into comedies anyways, but as for his straight horror stuff or his straight genre things like, you know, spaghetti westerns, I pretty much have everything I want, or that he's made. I'm only missing a few 90s title and Manhattan Baby, I think, and so yeah, I picked up Enigma. From what I remember, I need to rewatch it, it's been a while. I enjoyed it fairly. Not his best, not his worst, just a pretty good movie. And yeah, this is the limited edition Severin film. Why does Severin make their slipcovers so goddamn tight? This reminds me of a Madonna song, if you catch my drift. And yeah, the disc is loose in this. I don't care, it's the CD soundtrack, which I will probably never listen to because I don't have a CD player. Well, I have one in my car, but I don't want to like bring CDs in my car. Then we got something I bought off Amazon for like 10 bucks. Elga, She-Wolf of Spielberg, which I bought during the preparation of my video on Nazi exploitation films. This is a French entry in that disgusting subgenre that I adore, and it's directed by Alain Garnier, which I think is the guy who also made... Wait, it's right on... You know I got that shit on me always. No, that's Alain Payette. Alain Garnier, Alain Palette... Payet, not Palette, Payet. I guess Alain... People, if you were born in the 50s in France and your name was Alain, you were more than likely going to direct shitty exploitation films for Eurocine in your life. And yeah, Elga, She-Wolf of Spielberg. I haven't seen it yet. It says Deadlier than Ilsa on it. Maybe she's deadlier, but I'm pretty sure she's not as good as Diane Thorne. Then some pickups. Oh, eBay. I wanted to get the 4K of this, but I didn't want to splurge $60. So I got the Blu-ray instead, the Italian collection from 88 Films. Anthropophagus, I made a review of this last week. Go check it out. I absolutely adore this film. The cast is pretty good. You got Tisa Farrow from Zombie, of course, and Zero Karova, which in this they say Cannibal Ferox, and she was in that, of course, which is an amazing film. But she's more known, at least for me, because I've seen that movie hundreds of times. New York Ripper, she gets a bottle up her pussy. She's the one who says, "Goddamn Joe, you goddamn bastard Italian," and then she gets a bottle shoved in her coochie. That movie's great. This movie's great. Go check out New York Ripper. Jesus Christ. If you haven't seen New York Ripper yet, get the fuck out of my channel. You're not welcome. Also, I've reviewed that. Go check that out too. Oh yeah, we just got Jess Franco movies. Also from Amazon, Dr. Horloff's Monster. As I said, I was seeing that these Kino Redemption titles were getting harder and more expensive to find, so I bought the ones that weren't too much on Amazon. And this one is, it's okay. It's early 60s. It's a sequel to Jess Franco's surprising hit, The Awful Dr. Orloff. And The Awful Dr. Orloff has a lot of atmosphere, great black and white cinematography, really like a classic gothic horror film feel. This one is not as good. I really like the first one way more. This, I think, pretty much the producers were like, hey, that movie made money, make a sequel, and he didn't put his entire heart in it, especially since it's not even about Dr. Orloff, for fuck's sakes. It's a movie about Dr. Jekyll. Which the original French title is, no, the original titles is The Mistresses of Dr. Jekyll, aka Les Maîtresses du Dr. Jekyll. I don't know why they just slapped Orloff on the title, because I guess, again, Awful Dr. Orloff was a success. Some 80s Jess Franco, we got The Sexual Story of O. Again, I feel like this one is going to be out of print pretty soon, so I wanted to snag it. And yeah, it's Jess Franco 80s film. The 80s were also a time of artistic freedom for Jess Franco, because especially in the early 80s, he met a couple that were visiting Spain who had money and wanted to get into film producing. And then Jess Franco was like, well, I'm a director. And they're like, okay, you can do whatever you want. Which led to a lot of bizarre-ass movies. That's how we got Macumba Sexual. That's how we got The House of Lost Women. Which, if you've seen that, that's insane. And that's how we got The Sexual Story of O. I haven't seen it yet. I did watch this yesterday. I liked it. I feel like this is going to be really a hard one to recommend. If you're new to Jess Franco, don't watch this. This is basically just softcore erotica for like 60 minutes, and then there's a plot at the beginning and the end that gets resolved at the end. But I don't know, there's something about this that was hypnotic. I feel like it's the music, cinematography, just that blend of stylistic sexuality that I was fascinated by, because I didn't see this movie like I didn't see the time. I started watching it, then I paused it to go piss, looked at the time, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm already 45 minutes into this. It felt like I had just started it. So yeah, it's a good movie. Not one that I would really recommend to a lot of people, but if you're into Franco's sleazier, more experimental stuff, you might like it. Plus, this comes with a video interview of Donald Farmer interviewing Jess Franco and Lina Romay, which is pretty cool. Then we got Night of Open Sex as the final film I bought. And this is also from the era of Golden Films International, which is what I was discussing about earlier. It has Lina Romay, Antonio Marens, aka Robert Forster, Lorna Green from Macumba Sexual, and yeah, I don't know what this film is, I haven't seen it yet, but it's from that era, which I really learned to appreciate more as I discover Franco's filmography of his 80s stuff, which was just wild. It's wild, cheap, fastly produced, but goddamn did he make some amazing erotic cinema. Yeah, The Night of Open Sex. So that was it, that was all, that's it for me. Next month, I don't think it's gonna be as big, but I did get some stuff from the Vinegar Syndrome sale, and there's still 1 day left, so I don't know, your boy might need a second mortgage over here. But yeah, other than that, oh yeah, I have a convention next month. Whew, I'm gonna be a broke bitch. Alright, see you guys next time.